you are focused on the particular outcome, but that outcome is external and it's subject to all kinds of things, including weather patterns, then that's a very difficult situation, right? Because you say, well, my okayness depends upon my sense of empowerment depends upon this particular outcome, but that outcome is dependent upon things that I don't presently perceive that I have the ability to control. Well, then there you go. You're putting yourself in a position where you are highly susceptible to learning helplessness. But if instead you bring the focus to an internal focus and you say, well, look, forget about all that. Like, yes, I have a goal. I have an outcome that I have in mind that I'm working toward. I'm holding that loosely. That is my map. It's my guide. It's how I know what direction I'm taking. So I'm not just giving that up, but I'm keeping the focus internal where where I am empowered. I can choose. So that's a very resilient position to be in because then regardless of what's happening externally, you can always choose to learn. You can always choose to take whatever's happening as feedback. So, it's like if I wanting a particular outcome and then there's something that happens apparently outside of me that I apparently don't know how to control. And that seems to have a significant effect on my ability in the moment to achieve the external goal that I'm wanting, that particular outcome. Instead of feeling powerless, instead of just saying, I knew it, it'll never work out for me. I've tried so hard, I've tried everything, and it just doesn't work out for me. Instead of that, I can notice, okay, how can I use this as feedback so that I can learn something? Because as long as I'm learning, as long as I'm staying connected to my empowerment, then I can continue to take steps. So I'm not powerless, I'm empowered. Now, maybe I'm not getting the outcome that I think I want on the time frame that I think I want it. But that doesn't mean that I'm powerless. It just means that I'm in the process of learning. And everything that I'm experiencing is offering me feedback so that I can learn more. And if I'm playing the long game instead of saying, I need to have it now, instead of it being, it's not fair. I didn't get the candy bar. I need the candy bar now. I can't believe it. We left the grocery store without the candy bar. Life is a disaster. Life is over for me. Then instead of that, it could be, okay, wow, I'm feeling disappointment. And there's so much for me to discover and learn in this. Like notice how I've been thinking about it. Notice how I was relying on that candy bar and what was I thinking that candy bar was going to give me. Maybe I still want the candy bar, but now that the reality is showing me that I didn't get the candy bar this time, okay, so let's regroup and come up with a new plan. A lot of possibilities. Second thing is to have sufficient examples of empowerment. Now, of course, just by redefining things or reframing things, as I suggested already, then immediately you probably have lots of examples, right? So if it's no longer about the outcome, but instead it's about learning, and if it's not about what I have right now in terms of objective measures, but if it's instead about the empowerment and the learning and the process inwardly that allows me to know that I have that I have that empowerment, that I can make choices to help myself moving forward in my life, then immediately I already have probably lots and lots of examples of exactly that. So that was part of the reason why I suggest the reframe, because if we reframe it as this is a situation in which I don't yet have complete understanding, then suddenly I have lots of examples of situations in which I did not previously have complete understanding. But so what? Like that was just opportunities for learning, and I did learn, and I've benefited from that. So then I can see that what I'm experiencing right now is just like that, which means this is not a disaster. It's not a bad thing. It's actually helpful feedback that's helping me in my growth and learning so that I can be even more empowered.